Hey y'all, it is me, Stop, Drop, and Roll On, and I am checking in. I put up what I was having for breakfast, which is basically the same thing I'm having for lunch. Only thing that my intent this week is to switch my greens up, and it won't be like a daily switch up. Probably like every couple of days I'll switch them up and just see if that will just. I already knew it. But you know how you know stuff, but then you don't do what you know to do? Kind of like, with exercising and being overweight and eating right and being overweight. Like, you're supposed to be doing this stuff, but I always have to go back to what Paul said. The thing that I would do, that I should do, that's the thing I don't do. And the thing that I shouldn't be doing, that's the thing I do. Okay. I'm trying to, like, not have that train of thought or that school of thought. But I'm taking a quick break, and I wanted to show y'all, number one, this tea, and tell y'all this tea is like totally different. And I'm not talking about the pine tar tea, the same brand that La Ha Ha tea. But I can understand why it's called La Ha Ha tea, because these folks got the last laugh. Okay? Because this tea, the green tea, this stuff is totally different. This ain't nothing like the green tea that I've been drinking. Okay? And I'm gonna talk a little bit about that in a little bit. But I really wanted to ask a question. When we were growing up, y'all already know I'm gonna go there at some point in time. Okay. Me, Bubby, my sister, not in that birth order. Actually, birth order is Sissy, me, and Bubby. I'm in the middle. And y'all already know what they say about kids in the middle and all of that stuff. Some of it applies, some of it doesn't. In my life, in my world. But what I'm saying is, when we were growing up, me and Bubby seem to be a little bit more closer. You will hear me talk about him a little bit more than you hear me talk about Sissy. And it's only because of the age difference. Now, as we have gotten older, the age difference is less of a factor, because we just all old now. It don't even matter. It don't matter that, Sissy was 16 and I was 12, and Bubby was 10. That don't really matter now, because everybody's just old at this point. So, it just kind of works that way. And it's all right. It's just God just equaling out stuff and making things do what they do. And I appreciate that, seriously, because for a while there was a disconnect. And I'm just, just being honest. It was just hey. But me and Bubby had more time together than me and Sissy and Bubby. But this is on these occasions when she was still like not trying to be grown and stuff. We go to the grocery store. It used to be this grocery store, and I mean, my mother, hands on. I just can't say enough about her. In my world, I feel like I had the best mother in the whole world. Stratosphere involved and everything. Okay, that's just me being me. And considering the fact that she was a teenage mother, I mean, I just don't, when I hear people talking about teenage mothers this and teenage mothers that, y'all, to be having babies at the age of 14 going on 15, back in the time when she was having them, and then to be able to maintain yourself to a certain extent, meaning who you are, what you are, and be consistent with it. My hat and my hands clap for my mom. My hat goes off to her. I'm getting a little misty right now talking about it, and I'm not being funny at all. It is really how I feel. Because of us, I mean, I'm not going to go there. That ain't what I'm talking about. But I have to talk about that on another time. But I'm just saying, I have a very good mother. And so, but this is one thing that I remember when we were growing up. We go to this store called Safeway. And they are no longer at home anymore. They pulled out or whatever. It's been a while. And that was a long time ago. And sometimes it would be something like, it would be like one item or something. And me and my brother, I guess mama's thing was, I don't want to go in the store, all three, all four of us or whatever, and it's something quick. So Sissy would go in. I mean, she didn't mind going in because she was a little hot potato. But she would go in the store, and me and my mother and brother would stay in the car. It would just be like she wasn't going in there grocery shopping, okay? It'd be like one item, like we gonna have X and we need one ingredient. And so it was something that my mother did that came to mind, and it's actually come to mind often. And it was, you know, kids are honest and brutally honest, but I think that even though when we say kids are honest, even kids have an element of knowing and understanding when something isn't totally, when there's something there. And they govern themselves accordingly. It's kind of like, you know, well, I won't go use that analogy, although it's a good one. But anyway, people would be going in the store. And when I say people, I'm talking about females. And my mother would say, you see that lady right there in the yellow pantsuit? I just gave away the time frame right there. And we'd be like, yes, ma'am. And she was like, am I bigger than her? Are we the same size? Is she smaller than me? And I mean, this is a question that will be posed to me and my brother, like, kind of on the regular. And I really didn't understand what that meant back then. We knew that, you know, we were going to tell the truth because we knew better than to lie, you know. And it goes without saying, if this is your size and the person going in the store, this is their size, well, that ain't even a good analogy. Well, this versus something bigger. Well, we'll just say this versus this. Oh, no. No, ma'am. Y'all the same size. Blatant lie. Okay? I didn't mean to throw that, but y'all, I don't know why I was acting violent right then. But I'm just saying, no reason to lie about that. And so me and Bubby, we would just tell the truth. Well, y'all got the same type of legs, but maybe like right in here, this is a little different. And mama, you know, she gonna probe deeper. Well, what do you mean by different? And we be like, well, maybe depending on the truth. I mean, well, she's a little bit bigger than you are right there. But then sometimes the table would be turned and it'd be like, no, you bigger than she is right there. And she never said anything, but now I understand what that was. It was dysmorphia, you know, where you really don't know what you look like, where you think you know what you look like, but you're not really sure what you look like. That was the one thing that was going on. Body dysmorphia. The other thing is that was going on was that she was trying to make herself feel better. I really don't understand. And then at the same point where I say I don't understand, I really do understand the logic behind it. But I also understand the danger behind it. Where we can't be okay with who we are, where we are, while we get to where we're trying to go. It doesn't do any good for me as a person or for another person to say, well, at least I ain't such and such, and just fill in the blank. At least I ain't that, you know, at least I'm tall and big and that person, they ain't. Or at least that person is this and I'm not. Why do you have to, as a person, pick apart another person to make yourself feel better? It is so counterproductive in life, in living. You really don't feel better. If you do, it's temporary, because the deal is that whatever it is on the inside of you that needs to be fixed, it still has not been fixed. All you did was take how you were feeling and project it onto another person in efforts to make yourself feel better, when in all reality, that is not the way that goes. It just does, like that lady on that Geico commercial. This isn't how any of this works. It's not how it works. It's not what we do. What we do is, why am I feeling this way? What is it about me that's making me feel like I need to compare myself to somebody going down the street, whether you know them or not, or compare myself to my friend? And why come, or what is it that makes me want to feel like I have to take this person down a notch, or point out a flaw about them, or do this or do that to make yourself feel better? Find out what it is that is causing you to react and respond that way, and get to work on yourself. These are the things that I have had to learn the hard way. My self-worth does not come. I love Pierre. Pierre is my husband. Anytime you hang around with somebody for as long as we've been hanging around together, you better have some feelings for them, okay? And they need to be some good ones. But what I'm saying is, my self-worth, everything that I am, everything that I have, everything comes from God. He done already told me how good I am, because he made me and he only do good stuff. And it doesn't matter how flawed I am. Old acne scars, face full of freckles, a gap in my two top teeth, my teeth not perfectly spaced, long eyelashes, shaped the way that I'm shaped, or whatever. He made me. And I have no right to dispute the things that are permanent. I can't do nothing about my freckles. I can have my gap fixed. My niece did that, so I know that it can be done. But I'm okay with my gap, okay? But I'm just saying that the things that we think can't be fixed, what's wrong with being okay with those things and just saying, this is what makes me who I am. And I don't care if somebody says, well, the lady on YouTube, or the lady here in this conference that she had on this and this and that, but her hair is like this, and she's got a gap in her mouth, and she's got these freckles, or she's this size. I have to be okay with that stuff like that. And the things that I can't change. I can't change the freckles. Don't want to, not going to change the gap. I can't change the gray in my head, and I can't change this, that, there, and the other. But the things that I can change, if I have problems with those being identifiers, my job is to find out why that thing is hanging around, number one. Why is the fat hanging around? Why am I tolerating it and putting up with it? Get to work on that issue. And then get to work on doing what you know you need to do about getting rid of whatever the issue is. In my case, it's fat. In my case, in the past, it has been being just like super critical. It starts at home. I'm critical with myself. And I had to stop being so hard on myself so I could stop being so hard on others, like projecting that behavior out on other people. Because a lot of times not a lot of times, everybody got something that they dealing with. Everybody. I don't care. It's just like when I was talking yesterday or the other day about the woman, in the book and the robe situation, and I made the comment about it probably was a person up in there that was a size 5 that was having the same type of insecurities. That lady's insecurities are no more insignificant than mine, even though people would readily say that my insecurities about somebody touching my fat and all that stuff was more significant. Not really. Because, it is what it is. So I'm saying, y'all, if it's an issue and it's something you need to work on it, work on it. But let's not tear each other down and up, whether we do it openly or whether we do it, on a personal tip, sizing people up and doing. Let's not do that. Let's work on ourselves and get ourselves where God intended for us to be, doing the stuff that he intended for us to do, which is growing the kingdom and being examples. We supposed to be salt and light. We're not supposed to be acting like monkeys up off in here. We supposed to be, working together and sharing and putting information out and stuff that's help pull people into the kingdom, but showing people how to do stuff too. You know, that's all I got. I got some more, but I'm going to hush my mouth right now. Y'all have a good afternoon. Toodle.